For a couple teams that had high hopes coming out of the gate, frustration starting to build, and you can even sense it with the fans. They're getting a little bit nervous here.
And this is the critical stage where when you've gotten out of the gate slowly, it's your leadership that has to step up. They've got to have a strong voice in the locker room, not overreact to mounting frustrations, and just calm the nerves of the young players. It's important to keep your unity in tough times.
One of the coaches always say, don't let go of the rope. Everybody's got to pull in the right direction, same direction. Don't let go of the rope.
Great point, Kev.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. Durant and Green are the forwards. And it's Cousins in at the center position. Dunn's shot's good.
Well, you have to be able to play the pick and roll game in the NBA, and Chris Dunn getting to the right space quickly.
Pass to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Chris Dunn, a complete basketball player, dynamite scorer, remarkable passer, and one of the elite defenders.
It's his first trip to the line.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
He hits the second from the line.
And Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. Scores the ball, distributes it well, and also pounds the glass aggressively.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
They set the pick. Carter sets the pick for Levine. And Thompson sends it back.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
And that one's good. Durant.
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Curry wide open. Here's Cousins, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
He is just a monster on the boards. And with those soft hands Cousins has, he's going to turn those offensive rebounds into putbacks almost every time.
Parker, a screen on Cousins. Here's Carter. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Carter's got his second bucket. And as you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. Nice shot by Thompson.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the middle, and stolen by Cousins. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Well, Green likes to push the pace, that's for sure. Great at making his way up the court and getting to the right spot.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Carter. Bobby Portis comes in for Markkanen. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Dunn.
Just an understanding of how to come off a screen, and Levine does as good a job creating space as anyone in the NBA.
Curry can't get it to go. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true, but fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
to the paint. Here's Durant, and it's sent back by Lopez.
You know, it's blocks like that which make Lopez such a factor in the paint.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Portis the screen. Levine kicks to Lopez. Shoots over Cousins, and there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Levine.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
The 15-footer, Green for 2 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Portis sets the pick for Levine. Kicks it to Valentine. Offline with his 3. Warriors leading by 8. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Lopez passes to Parker. Bulls moving the ball around. Lopez a screen. Over in the corner, Portis over Bell, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Yeah, Levine finding the open man. The difference for him right now, playing under control.
Here's Bell. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Warriors lead by 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. All the great Golden State Warrior scorers, Draymond Green spoke about feeding the hot hand.
I think there are times where one of the guys need to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end. Just continue to put pressure on.
Bobby Portis out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Valentine. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Doris, with Jordan Bell comes a highlight reel dunk waiting to happen.
You never know what could happen in transition with the tremendously athletic Jordan Bell. This guy's a high flyer, big-time fan favorite, and I love that despite the flash in his game, this guy is a grounded, high-character individual.
Lopez a screen. Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Well, bit by bit, Zach is becoming physically tougher, which makes you mentally tougher.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Jerebko. That one, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I agree. It seemed like they were very dependent from the three-point stripe, and it made things way too easy for the defense.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
No passion on the defensive end, didn't look completely engaged. Really need to lock in and be focused on these road games.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. So for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Markkanen comes in for Bobby Portis, and Chris Dunn subbed in for Levine. And the Warriors also making a change. Green's checked in. Now here's Iguodala. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Zach LaVine.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Here's Green. Now Livingston. Clock at 4. Overdone. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got his first bucket in this one. With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to FIBA range, Doris, does that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries, right? We've talked about the NBA and basketball in particular becoming a more global game. I think one thing that I'd really love to see at the lower levels of basketball in the formative stages is young players have to play with a shot clock. Because what that forces those players to do is be three-tool players. Under duress of a shot clock, you better be able to put the ball on the deck, make a pass, or take a shot. So I think the more we can normalize a set of international rules, the better basketball is going to be long-term.
Iguodala with it, now defended by Markkanen. Here's Jerebko. Markkanen pulls it in.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Thompson inside the line, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Inside, Carter with the block. Hope they get it back. Another shot, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Livingston. Thompson's got 9.
If he's not automatic with his jumper, it's pretty darn close. Klay Thompson, my goodness.
That's tipped. Picked by Markkanen. Down low. It's stolen by Jerebko. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And another basket for Golden State.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Dunn dishes to Holiday. Now here's Valentine. Not a lot of room. Back to Markkanen. Inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Markers checked in for Justin Holiday. Then for the Warriors, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Jerebko. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. Here's Curry, looking for his first basket still in this one. Over to the wing. Knocked away. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Durant and Green are the forwards. The tremendous pair of Curry and Klay in the backcourt. And it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the middle. Bulls trail by 11.
Well, pretty amazing to have a collection of shooters like Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant all together on the same team. We're talking about 3 of the league's best shooters ever in the history of the league. People try to rank these guys against each other, guys.
Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. On the wing, Thompson. And Cousins kicks to Thompson. Over Levine. And he can't bank that one in. Well, if you go by Andre Iguodala, he once called Klay Thompson the best shooter on the planet.
Well, if there's a player that should know, Andre Iguodala would be there. He's had to defend the primary scorers across the NBA, and I'm sure he and Klay have gone at it in practice. And there's no doubt, guys, Klay is spectacular. He has many, many great years ahead of him, provided his health stays good.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Of course, when you look at point guards now, lots of combo skills, but there aren't as many guys with the pass-first mindset maybe that we've seen in the past.
Right, and it's a great point, Kevin, because increasingly you've got to be able to have guys at all 5 positions who are willing to score, or it certainly enhances your ability to win. If you are a pass-first mindset and really put scoring at a secondary level of importance, you've got to do it at such a high level. And I'm talking about guys like Rajon Rondo, Ricky Rubio, Lonzo Ball. All are men who have such a high degree of passing acumen that they can take a step back scoring-wise and still affect winning.
Great examples. It's 3 outside, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in to the inside. Lopez, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bulls trail by 10. To the middle. It's stolen by Bell. Durant with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Wasted no time on that one. And it's 8 points for Kevin Durant.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Down low, it's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Curry against Dunn. Parker with the steal. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. Carter, the pass to Levine. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Bulls now. Lopez dishes to Carter. And it's Parker at the elbow to the inside. Lopez passes to Parker. And no good that time. Great D that time from Durant.
Well, back-to-back titles for the Golden State Warriors since the arrival of Kevin Durant. You think about the Western Conference Finals a year ago, the Rockets gave them a run for their money, but no one able to impede the progress of this championship procession.
Chicago calls timeout. And through last season, the Warriors boasting the most wins of any team, Doris, over a 5-year span in NBA history.
They are simply shattering records for wins left and right, and if they keep this core together, there's no sign that this is going to slow down anytime soon.
Chicago making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Valentine comes in for Carter. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Chris Dunn. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. Parker, a screen on Curry. Outside Portis. This one for three. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. And that one's good. Cousins. Cousins has got 10 points.
Well, wow, Kev, how about that fantastic look by Steph Curry? The ability to create and make the guys around him better.
Portis kicks to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now the pass to Bell. There's the pick. Screen by Cousins. Bell with it. He's picked up by Parker. 6 to shoot. Cousins with a screen on Levine. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Holiday is running. Portis, the pass to Valentine. Goes up at the stripe. Portis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Warriors leading by 10. Outside Curry. He kicks to Cousins. And that one drops for him. 12 points for him.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Levine can't hit.
And you can see at this stage of his career, just still not comfortable as a finisher at the basket.
Valentine grabs the board.
Good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Both free throws good from Holiday. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Warriors leading by 10. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Chicago right now, Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Parker and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. And it's Portis in at the 5 down low. DeMarcus Cousins, really the big final name in free agency last summer to land with the team. And Greg, did he shock the NBA world with his selection?
To take a one-year deal with the Warriors, nobody saw this coming. It makes sense for Boogie. Time to rehab and then join a contender for the back half of the season. You would think he'll get a much bigger and longer contract offer after this year.
Pass to Curry. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Warriors lead by 15.
There's a confidence and an energy that allows Steph Curry to attack on the interior. This guy is excellent in the painted area. What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Golden State's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. The offensive rebound. Here's Cousins. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's Chicago. Dunn dishes to Markkanen. Parker sets the screen for Markkanen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his third assist on the night. Warriors leading by 11. To the middle, and stolen by Portis. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. And Markkanen throws it down.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers, Dunn showing great vision.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Timeout called the Warriors.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move.
Bulls making the switch here. Carter's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Here's Parker with the three, and the Bulls another three.
Well, Chris Dunn's passing ability was ready-made for the NBA.
Curry kicks to Cousins. Durant up top, covered by Parker. Durant, the pass to Cousins. And he gets the bucket. Cousins has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And stolen by Cousins. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, you've got to identify Klay Thompson early. In transition, he's so dangerous.
Chicago calls timeout. Klay Thompson, the 11th pick in the 2011 draft. If you were to do a redraft, you'd have to think he'd go in the top 3.
Well, certainly at least top 3. Kawhi Leonard and Kyrie Irving were both in that draft as well. Listen, what people knew was that Klay Thompson could shoot. Even Klay said he thought he'd be a 3-and-D player in the NBA and perhaps nothing more. You have to think about the athleticism and the work habits that have made him a more well-rounded player. But boy, Klay, big time player.
They set the pick. Dunn kicks to Parker. To the paint, stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Durant, the offensive rebound. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Now, Steph Curry, despite his size, is an active rebounder. This guy finds creative ways to get his points.
Dunn dishes to Carter. There's a minute 47 left in the 4th quarter. Clock at 6. That shot misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Cousins, the pass to Curry. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his third foul of the game. Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bulls.
Bobby Portis.
1:35 left in the fourth. Here's Durant. Carter pulls it in. Bulls trail by 14. Portis a screen on Thompson. It's stolen by Green. Curry with it. Green with a screen on Dunn. He used that pick just right. 15 points for Steph Curry.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Dunn dishes to Carter, and the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
And here is Durant. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't.